Hey, Justin Sosa here from justinsosa.com, and I'm coming to you live from my bathroom. um, I just really wanted to discuss something that's been on my mind for the past couple of days. I just got back from a retreat of sorts in Washington, D.C., and I was there for a networking event. And the things that I learned there and the things that I experienced there have really resonated with me over the past couple of days, and I haven't really got a chance to fully reflect on all of them because of, the hectic travel schedule. I live in New York, and I had to take a 5-hour bus ride to the event, and then another 5-hour bus ride back, and there was just a lot of things going on. So my mind was mostly focused on what was happening at the time. And now that I have a chance to reflect, I figured what better place to discuss that or think back on my thoughts than the bathroom. They do say some of the most creative ideas and some of your best thinking comes out when you're sitting on a toilet. Now, disclaimer, I'm just sitting here. I'm not moving my bowels or anything like that. But so I want to discuss a key concept that I learned, and it's called the power of a decision. And thinking back on when I started this journey into my own financial freedom and finding a way out of the typical hardships that a college student, a postgraduate student faces when they graduate, which is finding a job and supporting themselves, paying their student loans, and even for people that have been working, it's still difficult to sometimes move up and live past the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. So and thinking back, I was like, wow, in November of 2012, I made a decision that I would pursue something more for myself. And over the course of 11 months, I've had a couple ups and downs, and I've stopped doing what I was doing. I started back up, and I stopped and started, and I was never really fully focused, never fully committed to what I was doing. I was learning a lot. I was applying some things, but there was always something missing. And you know, maybe about a month ago, I was checking my company's back office, and the tickets are there for their next event, and they were doing regional events in 4 different areas of the country. And finally they were really close to New York, only 4 or 5 hour bus ride in Washington, DC. And I'm like, wow, okay, now there's really no excuse for me not to be there. But yet, the wussy side of my brain continued to come out and said, hey, do you really need to go? You can spend that money on, something else. You can go buy some traffic. You can spend it on advertising, stuff like that. But there was just something there. Something kept telling me, Justin, you need to go. You need to go. Make it a point. Make it a priority to get there. And, I made the decision. I made a decision. You know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to see what it is. I've never been to one of these. I constantly hear that they're really important. So I made a decision. I went. And what happened there is truly amazing. I I really don't want to come off as being hypey or exaggerating in any way. Please don't misunderstand my enthusiasm for hype. I'm I'm just gonna be real with you and tell you that I felt like it was more of an experience than an actual event. I I learned so many things, and it wasn't from, typical like step by step by step, this is how you do this is how you do that, and then you'll make money. It wasn't like that. It was a lot more genuine and real and in depth and just really concrete learnings, things that outweigh all of those things. I heard stories. I shared in people's experiences, hardships, struggles, their road from financial hardship to success, to speaking on stage, interacting with people in the crowd that have had failures in the past and are now finding their way. It was truly, truly, sorry about that. It was truly an experience unlike anything else. And it all came from the power of a decision. I decided this was something that I needed to attend, and I could not be more grateful to for listening to my heart and actually going. I I now know that I need to apply that same thinking with whatever it is that I'm doing. If I were able to make that decision and just go and just do it and just follow my heart and experience and then learn something from it, why shouldn't I be doing that with everything I do in life? They people always tell you, go with your gut instinct, follow your heart, and it'll typically be the right decision. Um, I honestly truly believe that right now. I've never really been one to fall into cliches and believe in, certain things like things happen for a reason and all of that stuff. But what happened this weekend, I really don't know how to explain it, right? I had spent the past month maybe really going hard, really like focusing on the business, really trying and focusing on the work, on the work, on the work. And then when I go out to DC that very same day, I did nothing the day before that. I did absolutely nothing for my business. I get to DC, I get a notice that hey, you just signed up three. I got an email saying you just signed up three new members. I'm like, wow, wow, okay, great. Then the next day I get a notification, from my bank saying that I would be getting $140 deposited into my account from the company, and I'm like, holy crap, wow, this is amazing. And then again, I get a phone call from one of my friends, a fraternity brother of mine, who wanted to hire me for a certain service that, I'm a marketing consultant as well, and they wanted to hire me for a certain service for their business. And it's like, wow, it's just like a snowball effect of things happening all in one weekend. And then on top of that, I get to the event and I spend the weekend with all these leaders and all these wonderful people, and suddenly my belief system changes. Suddenly I feel like I can relate to all these people that are on stage talking and sharing their stories, and it all came back to me, and it's like, it came back from one decision. I thought that decision was, when I decided to join 11 months ago, and it's like, no, this, the decision to make it to that event is what truly hit home with me. I'm like, this, now I feel it. This is what it's supposed to feel like. And I can't express that enough. I really feel like, when it comes to working for yourself and trying to create a life for on your own terms, things like this really count. They really matter. They they sometimes can really change lives and change perspectives on how you think about things, and I'm totally grateful for it. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Um, what are you choosing to do? What are you deciding to do with your life? And if in your head you've thought that you want to do something, are you doing it? And if not, why not? What's stopping you? What's in your way from achieving what you want to achieve? What's stopping you from attaining what you want to attain? And the answer is yourself. It really is. I firmly believe that, and the proof is in the pudding most of the time. Most of the time, people just prevent themselves from getting far in life and doing whatever it is that they want to do. This doesn't apply to only business, but most times it applies to relationships and family and any other friendships that you have. What's stopping you from contacting the person that you haven't spoken to in a while and saying, "Hey, how are you doing? How are things? Let's meet up." What's stopping you from starting up your own business and, achieving your own success? It's yourself. Sometimes we're just our worst critic, and we have to block ourselves out sometimes and just focus and just do it. Believe in your heart, believe in your gut feeling. You know, don't doubt yourself. So, With that said, I will leave you with that, and I encourage you and I challenge you to make a decision. Decide now that you want to do something different with your life. I know I did, and I'm still doing even more so now. If you want to see how I do that, just, continue to follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Facebook. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you. God bless.